Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. You guys know I try to avoid this shit like the plague, but we are going to continue to hear about Darren Waller being traded until after this draft is done. This bullshit is not going to go away, and the talking heads are going to keep jamming it down our throats on a daily basis. But I figured for shits and giggles, we'd come out and take a look at just how it would look if he was not on this team anymore. And then I want to break down with just a little bit of common sense of why he should be able to stay on this team. This really shouldn't take too long. This is all pretty simple. But we're not going to waste too much time. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. If you are new to the channel, if you think about subbing up, I really would appreciate that. I went ahead and went with an empty backfield just because I wanted to have two tight ends on the field. Plus, I love the way that it looks having Robinson, Adams, and Renfro all on the field at the same time. I really think you're going to see this package, and you're going to see Carr shred the shit out of teams with it. But that is not the point tonight. The point is this. We would have Foster Moreau starting on one side, Nick Bowers on the other. Foster Moreau would end up being our starter. I know the Raiders have spent like 3 or 4 of their top 30 prospect meetings on a few tight ends, and that's what has people talking so much. I really thought they were talking to these tight ends because they wanted to replace Bowers or possibly replace Foster because they wanted to have a number 2 tight end with a little bit more upside, which I personally believe Foster Moreau does have, but that leg injury might have messed with his head. We've seen that shit happen to players over the years. I really think Foster has what it takes to be like a legit number 2 tight end. But if you think his ass is going to be able to step up, or Bowers, or Hollister, and fill the shoes that Darren Waller is going to leave behind, you've lost your damn mind. And I know there is a growing group of people within the nation that are sitting there saying, well, he was just a practice squad player, Joku. Derek Carr can turn any tight end into somebody elite. Look what he did with Jared Cook. Look what he did with Darren Waller. Jared Cook, in all respects, is a damn good tight end. Darren Waller is a player that got lost in the shuffle because of his background, and the Raiders were able to pluck him out of obscurity and give him a true, legitimate shot, and the dude excelled with it and rose through the ranks to become like one of the top 3 tight ends in football, arguably top 2 tight ends in football because Kittle's kind of fallen off. And if you think for a second that we are going to be able to bring in a tight end in his rookie season that's going to be able to just blow up and just explode in the NFL, you have lost your damn mind once again. And here's another big thing that we do have going for us as it stands right now is that Travis Kelce is set to make $6.5 million this season. Darren Waller is set to make $6.2 million this season. So there's no gap between the 2 top tight ends getting paid this season. Now, what could potentially screw us is that the Chiefs come out and restructure Kelce, which would ultimately force the Raiders to have to restructure Darren Waller. Exactly how we screwed them out of Tyreek Hill a few weeks back. But the Chiefs are broke as shit right now. You're watching that team get plucked apart left and right because they need to pay the golden child. Have fun sitting on your fucking back all season. But the big ass difference is going into 2023. Kelce's set to make $12 million and Waller's still set to make $6 million. So if Waller's looking to get paid, it's going to come later in the season just like his last extension did, or it's going to come through the offseason. He's going to want right around that $12 to $14 million a season mark, which is completely understandable for one of the best tight ends in football. But there is no damn reason that that has to happen before this season starts. Plus, the dude is under contract through 2023. And I still personally believe if we're going to lose an explosive piece off of this offense, it's going to end up being Josh Jacobs. I can already see my comment section lighting up. McDaniels came out today and said Josh Jacobs is going to be the pivotal part of our red zone offense. I do not believe a lick of shit any of these dudes say building up to the draft. Every team lies and every team does not want to give up their game plan. So any kind of news or strategy that you hear pre-draft, take that with a grain of salt. Because there's like a 70% chance that it's not true at all. And I know some people are going to want to see this lineup with Hollister in there instead of Bowers, so just give me a second to swap them out just so you guys can see how it looks. It still looks shitty, no matter who you have in there at that number 2 tight end spot. Might be good for the goal line if we need a couple blockers on the field. Because regardless of what anyone tries to tell you, Hollister is not that guy. I don't know, Nation. I'd personally be shocked as shit if Waller got moved off this team. There is absolutely no reason for it to happen other than draft capital. And with how unexplosive this offense looks, as opposed to having him anywhere on the field, is just a huge difference maker. So definitely be sure to hit me up, let me know your thoughts, but do not buy into the hype until something actually happens. That's pretty much what I have for you tonight. If you can click that like button on the way out, it really does help me out, and I really would appreciate that. Until next time, I'm Joku, and we will catch you on the next one.